Two.
Greetings and welcome.
Greetings and welcome. We're taking a look again at complex nombres. Am I right, my hombres? What? Yeah. Oh man, that was amazing. Best intro yet. So here's problem 29. This is on page 314. That's right, 10 pi page. Well, rounded to 2, digits, of course, and then, yeah, whatever. So here we go. I've got the square root of negative 11 times the square root of negative 22. And the trick here is I can't multiply their insides yet. I have to pull their eyes out, pluck them, gouge them, whatever it takes. Negative 11 I could break up into negative 1 times 11, right? And negative 22 I could break up into negative 1 times root 22, right? So square root of negative 1 is I. Square root of this negative 1 is I. I times I squared, indeed. And then I'm going to have 11 times 22. Those indexes are the same on those radicals, so I can multiply their insides. And I could figure out that 11 times 22 is 242. Or, guys, check this out. I'm thinking ahead here. 22 is the same as 2 times 11, right? So this 11 and this 11.
Cancel.
Or ish. That's going to be 11 squared times 2, right? There's the 2. It is equal to 242, but better yet, I realized that 121 goes into that, or 11 squared, because I didn't feel like multiplying 11 times 22 if for some reason I didn't have a calculator and didn't feel like doing it out by hand. I squared, what's that equal to? Negative 1. The square root of 11 squared is 11, and the square root of 2 cannot be simplified. So this is negative 11 square roots of 2. Dun, 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 dun. So there we go. Not bad. Not bad, my hombres. Is hombre, that's plural, right? So would that be like saying to a group of individuals that were both male and or female? Would that be like calling them guys, plural? Does that count? I don't know. I'm just not sure. So here's question 45 on the next page. I've got a binomial times a binomial. Here's a complex number of the form a plus bi. Am I right? I am right. So 4 minus I times 3 plus 2i. What I'm going to have to do here is FOIL it, or double distribute it. 4 times 3 is 12. Foiled it. Plus 8i. And then I'll multiply the negative I times that. So let's see, that'd be negative 3i and minus 2i squared. Aha. Funny thing, my mother, she spells her name L-I-I-S-A. Actually, her full name is Maria Lisa. Just Finnish, very Finnish. So she's L-I-I-S-A. She works with someone that spells their name this way, right? So she refers to this person as Lisa with one eye, and it sounds like she's making fun of a person with deficient vision and or a pirate. But she isn't. She's referring to the number of eyes in her name. Isn't that kind of funny? Lisa with one eye, Lisa with 2 eyes.
So you just give your mom's name to the internet and now...
That's fine. That's all right. She's afraid of the internet. She doesn't go on it anyway. So if someone stole her identity to pretend to be her, they would have been the only one on the internet. So it's fine. It's fine. So let's see. 8i minus 3i. 3i, 3i-o.
5 eyes.
Yeah, that's 5 eyes, right? Am I right? Mm-hmm. And minus 2i squared. What is I squared equal to? Negative 1. Right, so there's that little fact. You definitely want to have some of those I exponent, I powers memorized. So I can combine 12 and negative 2 times negative 1 is the same as plus 2. So I think that combines to be 14 plus 5i. You got it right? Or you just...
No, I just thought of something. Can you just remind me to say something?
Okay, yeah, like for instance, yesterday when I was hanging out with my son, we watched some Sesame Street, and I happened to be the letter of the day.
Yeah, I didn't
14 plus 5i.
So I was the letter of the day.
Yeah, true story. Didn't make it up. Let's see. I'm going to rewrite this problem. Hopefully I have enough room here. I think I will. I'm going to write this as 2 minus I square roots of 3 times 2 plus I square roots of 3. Before I multiply it, notice I just pulled the i's out. Anytime you have a square root of a negative, pull out the I. Bam. That's what you do. Right? And someone pointed out just a moment ago a pattern. A plus b times a minus b is equal to a squared minus b squared. So in this case, a is equal to 2 and b is equal to I square roots of 3. And so let's just plug it into the pattern, a squared minus b squared. So 2 squared, right, minus I roots of 3 squared. So 2 squared is 4 minus I squared, and root 3 squared is 3. So I could do I squared times 3, maybe. And what is I squared equal to?
Wouldn't you put like 3I squared?
Yep, 3i squared is technically more appropriate, I agree. I was just trying to be not as tricksy.
-1.
Yeah, so that's -1 times 3. So that's going to be 4 plus 3, right? Let's see, so continuing over here because I ran out of room. So that's 4 plus 3, which we all, of course, know is 7. And that's the right answer. You also could have done this problem by foiling it or double distributing it, but be careful when you multiply square root of -3 times square root of -3. A lot of people would have written that as the square root of positive 9, which would have been wrong. It would have been I squared times the square root of 9, or what we end up finding here, right? 3i squared. So just be careful of that. That's kind of the really tricky part with radicals that have negatives in them, is that you can't just multiply their insides. You have to pull the i's out before you can multiply them. So anyways, thanks for watching, internet friends. Tienen un día al más bien del mundo, hombres.